In this video, I'm going to figure out once and for all my top 10 sculpting tools for clay modelling. And I didn't even want to think about how much money I've spent on art tools over the years. So let's start with the basics. My number one time-saving tool, the pasta roller. So all clay needs conditioning before you can start sculpting, and that's to avoid cracks and breaks after you've baked it. But it's pretty tough to get it workable, and this is where the pasta roller comes in. I've got 2 bits of clay. Let's put our pasta roller to the test. We'll see how long it takes to condition it by hand or condition it with the pasta roller. Let's go. Minute 30. So another thing that the pasta roller is really great for is if you want to make a different colour. So if we wanted to make this lighter turquoise, you would have to be squishing it for ages, whereas with the pasta roller, we roll it through, fold it a couple of times, roll it through again. When you then fold it the opposite way, it will mix it in almost instantly compared to doing it by hand. And you're also warming it up ready to be nice and pliable for your sculpt. Okay, stop the clock. Oh. Okay, what did we do? 3 minutes 12. We got a clear winner, guys. This pasta roller isn't going anywhere. So a decent armature is essential for character building. If you don't use one, unless you're doing a tiny character, you're going to have appendages falling off all over the place.
Our pets' heads are falling off!
So armature wire comes in a bunch of different sizes, but this doesn't mean that you need all the sizes, because there's this little trick that you can do with a drill. So as you can probably see, the tighter you go, the stiffer the wire will become. If you do it with a thicker armature to start with, it's going to be even bigger. But just remember, you need to leave enough length because it will shorten as it twists up. So the drill or a couple of pairs of pliers gives you that option. This kind of size is much cheaper than something that's already the thick size. This is 3/16, which is about 5-6 mil, I think. This is only probably 2 mil. So it gives you options. The one that I use the most is probably this one, which I think is a 3.5 mil. I guess for the size of the armatures that I do, this one is the most versatile. So another item that's by no means essential, but is a real hero in my eyes, is aluminium tape. Now this is a game changer when you're making armatures, because it will stick to the wire, it will stay in place, and you won't even really see it. It's like a sticky tin foil. Also, it's really great with one of the next items on my list, which is foil. Now I like to use this to bulk up my characters. It's great because it saves clay, but it also saves weight and makes your character much lighter. So that's armatures. You've got to make one for your little character to work, otherwise you are stuffed. So next up, the clamp. So it's just a metal clamp. It's dead good because any armature that you have, you can stick in there, do it up super tight, and it is not going anywhere. Not much else to say about that. It's excellent. You need one. So now we've covered the basics, I want to move on to the main event, the sculpting. There are so many different tools that you can get. It's actually crazy and very overwhelming when you first start. So out of all the tools that I've bought, I actually mainly use 2 or 3. So these are the first ones I want to show you. We're going to need a knife. If you can have both of these, that's great. It's pretty self-explanatory how the knife works. First most essential tool. Then my favourite actual sculpting tool is this one. This is out of a Taranti set. This is the BM8. If I was going to get any, this is the one that I would get. This is the one I use the most. It's got a nice wide end, and it's also got a nice pointed curved end as well. So the next thing is a ball tool, and these usually come in a set of 4 or 5. You can see on this set there's actually 8 sizes here, and you probably will use most of them. They're not expensive. The only thing that I would say is get metal ones, because the plastic ones, they're just not as good. Metal will smooth down really well, dead easy to clean, last forever, give a really nice finish to the clay. So a set of those, one of these, or something of that sort of shape. So they're my top 3 for sculpting, or top 2, I suppose. Let's check out how I'd use them with our creature. Let's add a kind of spine down the back. This is why I really like this one, because you can really just press it in, smooth it out. Really like these for doing ripples and creases and things. Like, honestly, the more texture you can put on the creatures that you make, the more you cover up any mistakes and make it look really good in the end. But there's lots of other ways we can add texture as well, so it's not just for this, but this is a really great way to do it. Now I will just say though, even though these things aren't making it onto the list, it's pretty handy having some tweezers. Sometimes you need to hold something you've made to stick it on. You can get rubber-ended ones as well, and some sort of pokey tool is pretty useful. This is like a really mini ball tool, but some sort of pokey item is is necessary, I think. But I haven't got space on my list, so this one's cool because this one is, instead of using your pokey tool, this will do you loads of holes in one go, which is really good for like a seam when you're making clothes and stuff. That does a really good finish. Not essential, just have them in your drawer and you're most likely to use them. So that's that. Next up is silicone. Now I don't use this that much, but sometimes, like when I was making Evil Ariel or when I was making all the skulls for the dragon, sometimes you need to either make something multiple times, or you might want it to look a specific way, so you want to have a bit of a base shape to work from. You can literally put it inside there, pull it out, dead easy, dead quick, and it's pretty good when you can make your own moulds of stuff. You can make your own texture tools out of clay. These are just some that I've made. This one I've stuck on some little cut pipes, wrapped some wire around one because I wanted it to look a bit cut up. This one's just got rock texture into it. This one I just bunched a whole load of holes in. This one I put some little balls on. So I just stuck some rocks onto a stick. Just made this one like scales, and that saves so much time making scales. There's so many that you can do. You can literally go like around your room, go outside. You can find pretty much anything. I use my knife, to get like a crosshatch. Your options of free tools is endless. So let's just use these to finish off our creature. Okay, so now the finishes. Isopropyl alcohol. I've just put this in an old spray bottle. This is a godsend when it comes to cleaning up your clay, getting rid of any fingerprints, stuff that's gone onto the clay, you can brush that off usually, smoothing it out. And if you're doing any fabric textures or anything like that, if you give it a spray with this and a brush down with this first, it just softens the clay up enough so that it actually takes the pattern of the fabric much, much more easily. So that one is a key player. So the next thing, of course, is paint. So when I'm painting my sculptures, miniatures, dioramas, I'm pretty much always using some sort of acrylic paint. If I can, I like to use the airbrush. This will give us a really even coating, brilliant for base layers, building up gradual colours, and also adding depth to your sculpture. My go-to for airbrushing is the golden high flow acrylic. That's absolutely brilliant, but they also do an airbrush medium, and you mix that with acrylic to make pretty much any acrylic can be an airbrush acrylic. I also like the normal flow fluid acrylics. They're really good and easy to mix down. If you want, any old acrylic will work. Creature is painted, the last thing on my list is resin. This can be UV resin, 2-part resin, it doesn't really matter. But I love to use a bit of resin just on the eyeballs, in the mouth, tongue, anything that's wet in real life. A bit of UV resin on there will really bring your character to life. Well guys, that's it. That's my 10 top sculpting tools. Let me know in the comments if you think I've missed anything, but I think I went through everything, and I absolutely love our little character that we made. He is just the most adorable little dragon lizard monster thing. I love modelling things that don't need to look like anything particular. They always come out so good. Just let your imagination go and create. So if you did like the video, drop us a like, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do. It really helped the channel out. Even though it wasn't really a build video, I guess we'll do some close-ups, and I'll see you in the next one.